Well, hello friends. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Brandy and this is the Queen of Skeins. This is going to be one of our slow stitch hour sessions. I have my project here with me and I am just going to kick back and relax and do a little bit of knitting today. I'm a little tired. These kittens are wearing me down, guys. I will post some footage for you guys. They have learned to escape. Oh no. I need you guys to send help. Do you see that up there on top of that? That should not be there. That's the second one that's done that today. They're learning to escape. And that guy on top of the mushroom has now learned that he can just jump straight up, grab the top of those panels. Oh my gosh. Do you see what I'm talking about? We're in trouble. Help. They're everywhere. They're going all over the place. I'm chasing them around. Having a group of foster kittens is just no different than having a bunch of little toddlers running around. Gotta constantly be watching everything and kitten proofing everything, making sure everything is as it should be, because they are learning every day about this world and they want to be a part of it. And they're so precious and cute. So I'm sleepy. Last night I went to get in bed and I decided, for some reason, there was this little sneaky feeling inside of me that told me to go back and check one more time on these kittens. And I walked in here and it was dark and I was looking in their little play yard and it felt like something wasn't quite right, but I couldn't figure out what it was. And then my eyes just kind of shifted up a little bit higher and I caught the top of their kitty condo and there was a little kitty cat on top of it just staring at me like this. And I was like, oh no, what are you doing out? They have learned how to climb their condo, the front of their kitty condo cage thing, and get on top now. And then they can climb down. Oh no, one just escaped. I can't keep doing it, guys. And they've also, several of them have learned how to jump real good, and they can now jump up and flip over the top of their pen. So those easy days of being able to do things and not have to be spending every second chasing them around, those days are over now. They're coming out into the real world. And I guess I'm just gonna have to let them. Because I've been fretting, and you see I'm not even jumping up to get this one that's escaped. But he's going to be upset because now he's not with his friends and his food is in there, and it'd be nice if he could figure out how to jump back in. I bet you he ain't going to do that though. Oh no, there he is. Sonny, what are you doing? Little buddy. Sonny. I don't know if I can get him to come over here. Come on, buddy. Hi. What are you doing out? Come here. Come here, little guy. Come here, baby. Hi, Mama. Yeah, I know. You know. You're like, wait a minute. That's not correct. Come on. Yeah, I know. He's not supposed to be out here, is he? He escaped. I can't do anything about it. They're just gonna do that. They're growing up, Mama. We gotta learn to let go, I guess. Boy, we're not doing a good job. Look, we're 5 minutes into the video. Help, send help. Anyways, this is a slow stitch hour. Grab your project, grab a drink, get cozy. Let's do some crafting. I am working on my half and half triangles wrap. You guys, I worked so hard on this wrap over the weekend. a few things on that. Obviously, since 2019, my husband has told me to watch The Mandalorian. And I don't hate Star Wars, but I'm not some crazy Star Wars fan either. I mean, I enjoyed the movies as a kid. It was fun. There's nostalgia involved. I'm not a hardcore fangirl, but it's fine. But I just never felt inclined to watch any of these shows or anything like that. So, I never did. Well, the movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu, has just come out to theaters. And my husband wants us to go see it. And he was like, you never watched the show? And I was like, oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. I can just go watch it. And he's just not one of those kind of people. He's just very insistent that I watch this show. So I was thinking about it and I said, okay. I said, let's spend this weekend that we both needed a downtime. Let's just binge watch it. I'll watch it and be ready for the movie by next weekend. So apparently there's 3 seasons and there's 8 episodes per season. I have made it through the first, is that right? Yeah. I've made it through the first 2 seasons, I think. I have 1 more episode left in the 2nd season. So I've got the finale of the 2nd and then 8. Anyways, we watched a lot. We watched a lot because each one of those is like 50 minutes. Where'd that kitten go? Sunny! Oh, I see him. Oh, I caught him out of the corner. Sunny, are you gonna come see us? This is one of the foster babies. Hi, buddy, what are you doing? What's going on? Sunny precious. God, they're so sweet. Anyway, so this is Sunny. He's the counterpart to Cher. We've got Sunny and Cher. How are you doing, my little fuzzy foot fellow? Are you having the best life? Did you escape and explore? You like that? You like to explore around? Anyway, so we were watching a lot and I was able to get on this guy and I am feeling caught up. So, or I am feeling caught up. I am caught up. I'm not just feeling it. It's not just, it's a fact. Things have happened. I'm all caught up. Do you guys see this? That's all I've got left. 39 more rows and this will be finished. It will be finished. It is huge. It is huge. It's so pretty. It is, oh, it's glorious, you guys. I'm gonna have it done on time. I'm so happy because I was really getting worried there for a minute that I was not gonna get caught up. I know, you're not out. You see that he's out, but you're not. They're keeping me on my toes today, guys. They are keeping me on my toes. And I'm kind of cold, and it's not cold. You guys, it's 100 and something degrees outside, but the AC is on blasting because it's so hot outside. So I'm feeling chilly. Anyways, I'm under this blanket and my blanket, and then I've got a sweatshirt on. I've got this on. We're cozy though, right? We're cozy. The little mama's sitting over here and just staring at me. What do you think, Sunny? Did you explore everything yet? Are you ready to go back into your little safety zone? Oh, kittens are so sweet and so precious, but so much work. Look at how precious you are with your little emo hairdo. Anyway, I'm caught up. 39 more rows. So, if I follow the plan as far as the guide that I had put in to the video announcing the spring solstice knit along, there was a day-by-day like row count to get it completed by the summer solstice. If I follow that plan each day, I will have this done on the 18th. Or I can just zoom ahead and maybe even get done before that. And get, I think I have, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors left. 7 stripes. Well, I mean, obviously the stripes are already knitted, but as far as white stripes to go on top of these, I have 7 bands left, and that will be, that's the end. So, I mean, if I wanted to like work hard and do one color equivalent a day, I could have it done in 7 days. It's Tuesday. You guys, I could go nuts. I could get really, really excited if I don't have to do anything this weekend. And I could, what am I doing? And I could even get this guy done this weekend, have it just done. So we'll see what I'm doing here. I have so many things on my list that I want to cast on and start. It is not even funny. But the thing is I've got so many things that I need to finish, and I've talked to you guys about this on multiple occasions, you know. I did show you in my last video, I'm almost done with my mini mock neck tank by Jessie Made Designs. I'm almost finished with my Ranunculus, which is going to be very, very nice little piece. I decided to make that just holding 2 strands of mohair and nothing else. So it is literally like a cloud, and it's beautiful. It's made with the Knitting for Olive yarn, and it's in this beautiful like dusty rose color. So it's very pretty, very pleasing. And then so that's almost done. And these are things that I could technically wear this summer, you know. What are you doing, buddy? You don't know how to get back in there with them, do you? Now you don't know what to do. Boy, they're wrestling too. They're having a real good time in there, and you're missing out, my little friend. Whoa, be careful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Sunny. Oh, I love you, buddy. How am I supposed to get anything done with this? You know, it's enough distraction when they're in their playpen looking adorable. Now they're coming out and they're going to be climbing all over me. You guys, if you want to see a lot of good fun interruptions in keycaps, just keep watching, because it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better with them. They're all going to be out within the next day or 2. There's a part of me that's thinking maybe I should just go on and pack up the play yard, since it's not keeping them in. But last night I was saying I got myself distracted. I came out, Elvis was on top of the condo. He had climbed up the front of the condo. So we saw where he was doing that, and my husband tried to block it off. Now he's found another spot where he can climb up. And now Marilyn is climbing up. And so when they get up there, then they can just shimmy down, because I always put blankets over the condo. 1, for privacy, but 2, because kittens, in the bottom of the condo is where their litter box is. And kittens are messy, and that's just the facts. And they will, when they're trying to cover stuff and everything, stuff gets slung around. And I learned my lesson with my very first group of fosters that you never put a litter box up against a wall. Period. The end. Because it will end up getting splatters on it. It's disgusting. I have textured walls. It's impossible to properly clean and keep things sanitary like that. So I always put up blankets, and that way every few days I take the blankets down, swap them out for new blankets, wash the blankets. Everything's staying nice and staying clean. My stuff is protected, the kittens are in a good environment, and we're all happy, right? But it's also a great way for them to climb up and down once they they get up on top. So they're just escaping everywhere, and I just don't think I have the strength and the willpower. I have been, every day there's been a new obstacle to overcome. I had to completely redesign their play yard because it was too short. So I had to go in and flip my panels and then do 2 layers high. And my husband asked me today, he said, well, do you have enough panels to go up 3 layers? And I said, no, I don't. But even if I did, I'm not gonna go up 3 layers because that would be just over 3 foot high. I wouldn't be able to get in and out myself anymore because I can't hike. I'm only 5 foot tall. So I can't be climbing in there. And then that would also prevent the mama from being able, she can get in this when it's like just over 2 foot, she can get in and out. But if I put another layer and it's over 3 feet tall, no, that's not gonna work for her either. So after last night's fiasco, I was like, well, I'm sorry, babies. I've got to be able to sleep tonight. So I had to put them in their condo and shut the door. And they haven't ever been locked inside of their condo before. And I wasn't sure how the mama was gonna feel about that because even though it's like a little 4-story condo, it works great for them because they will usually get on about 2 levels. Half of them will get on 1 level, the other half will get on another level. Then they just have a level that's empty, and then the bottom level, like I said, it holds like food and litter. So anyway, they had never been shut in there though. I've always had the doors open out into their play yard. So I shut them in, and I didn't know how they were gonna react, and I didn't know how the mama was gonna react because there's not room for her in there too. And I decided I would camp out in their area. So I brought my pillow and my blankets and laid down, and the mama came up and curled up next to me, and she slept all night long. She did not care one bit that those kittens were locked in. She was perfectly fine with that, and the kittens didn't care either. They're very good about sleeping all night, and when I first put them in, they kind of cried and they were racing around in there, you know, raising Cain. But after just a few minutes, they all settled down and went to sleep, and I did not hear a peep out of them all night long. And this morning I woke up and I could hear them kind of moving around, but they were being quiet. They weren't crying, they weren't meowing. As soon as I sat up and said, babies, they all started going meow, 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 meow. They were ready to get out. Hi, Sonny, you're ready to escape. It's like I was born ready to escape. Since I was born ready to escape. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at how cute that is. Tell me that that's not the cutest thing you ever wanted. That little Sonny, he precious. Do you see yourself, Sonny? Do you see how good looking you are? Oh, you're so sweet. You're a baby. Little baby. He's living his best life right now. He's never been so free. He's just racing everywhere. I just need to let them all out. I just need to remove the gates and just let them go. They're going to be getting lost everywhere. That's what I know. And that is what I am not excited about because, and it's really hard for me to start shutting the doors because I have resident cats that, like I have a couple of my resident cats that pretty much exclusively stay in my bedroom. It's where they're happy. They have a cat tree in there. Some of them like to sleep on my bed. And if I shut the door, there's a litter box in there, but they don't have their food and water in there. And same thing with some of the other areas. We've got little cat areas in all the places in the house, but we don't have, we're just used to leaving the doors open. There's no reason not to. It's just me and my husband here. We don't have to shut doors. So, this guy is being so freaking cute. Oh, you guys, my husband called me yesterday and out of the blue, he was like, I was just thinking about it. What would you think about taking an Alaskan cruise? Getting one of those last minute deals. And I was like, I would love that. That sounds fantastic, but not right now. He was like, well, what do you mean not right now? So I was saying get a last minute deal. And I was like, I can't leave these kittens. He's like, oh, well, Brandon can come over. That's my son. He lives basically next door to me. Oh my gosh, it's a big wrestling pile. Oh, Anyway, this is gonna be the greatest video of all time. I might get one row done. What do we think? We don't have a whole lot of yarn left anyway, so I'm gonna have to break into that third skein. Anyway. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you decided to leave that on your own. You went right over to my mother's-in-law's tongue plant. Anyway, Alaskan cruise. He was like, Brandon can come over and take care of him. So Brandon works a full-time job. These cats cannot be left alone all day and then have a check and then be left alone all night. There's no way. So I said, well, we can do a surprise Alaskan cruise in a few months. Then we can do a last minute special deal then. That would be so fun. How many of you guys have ever been on an Alaskan cruise? I've been on a regular tropical cruise, you know, Caribbean, went to Jamaica and Mexico, Cozumel, all that. Grand Cayman, there we go. Grand Cayman, Cozumel, and Jamaica. Loved it. But I have heard that the Alaskan cruises are where it's at. And because I don't really care anything about bathing suits and beaches anyway, even though I had a great time I would love to do another Caribbean cruise. That would be fine by me. It was really nice and I loved it. But considering that overall I couldn't care less about beaches and bathing suits and sunning, the Alaskan cruise already sounds up my alley. Can you imagine me sitting on an Alaskan cruise? Oh, I'd have to knit a special sweater or a cardigan and then a special hat and mitts and all the fun, nice things so I can be so cozy, because you guys see me when it's 100 degrees outside. So it'd be all cozy, and then I could be bringing knitting, and then I could just be knitting and listening to whales. Does that not sound, that sounds glorious to me. I think the only thing that sounds more glorious than that would be like living in a cabin on top of a mountain with some solar panels and chickens and all the knitting supplies in the world and just living my best life. Out, away from all the shenanigans. No credit card debt, no student loans. Boy, that sounds like a good time. No credit score, who cares? Am I the only one that fantasizes about things like that? I've always thought it would be so interesting to, it's like, I watch all those Amish shows and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, there is a beauty and a simplicity in the idea of waking up each day with a purpose that you need to fulfill, not going and clocking in and clocking out, all of that, but just waking up and being like, I build houses. I'm gonna build houses today, and going out in your community and building your houses, and then knowing that because you did that thing that you were supposed to do, you have your home, you have your food, you have all of your needs met. Because we can't do that in the real world. I mean, unless you're lucky enough to make really good money or something. But like my son, you know, he works full time. He's guaranteed nothing. He doesn't make enough to, if we lived anywhere else, he wouldn't be able, he would have to have a roommate. My son in the city has a roommate, always has. And he makes pretty darn good money. But we're just not in a position where if you do your job, then you are guaranteed to have money, to be able to eat and pay bills and do all those things, which I know they don't do it that way, but I'm saying that's what's neat about it. It's like there's no like stations. It's kind of interesting. If it wasn't for all the religion parts of that, I would just go be Amish. I just just think that'd be great to wake up and make soap every day or whatever your job is, you know? It's a very interesting concept to me. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm saying it's interesting. And again, there is something kind of stress relieving about being like, okay, this is the thing I have to do. And as long as I do this thing, I don't have to worry about the electric getting turned off or the mortgage or the credit card bill or the whatever. Not to say that these people don't have worries, because obviously they do. But I do kind of fantasize about living in a world where I don't have to be worrying about all the things that we worry so much about in this particular life. And we have it easy, you know, compared to many other countries. It's like some people could only dare dream about having to worry about paying off their student loan debt, you know. They're worried about where are they going to get some water today that's not tainted. So, not complaints, just observations. This is the true sound of kittens. All these little paw sounds everywhere. Do we love it? They're having a good time. I'm so happy that they're safe. And I'll look at little Hank, and he's such a precious little guy. Hank is the little orange one that I went. It was at the abandoned house screaming because somehow he got lost from his family. And he's so sweet. And I'm so happy that I found him, and he has a shot at a good life now because he's really precious. And I'm always telling these cats how much they deserve the best. And I believe that. I love every little creature. Yeah, you're locked out from your litter box. Sonny, I didn't even think about that. He's found his mama's litter box though. So that's good. But he is still locked out from his kitten food. Luckily there's grown cat food, but I don't think he's gonna care for those. The kibble sizes are big on the grown cat food. Compared to his little kitten kibble, it's teeny tiny. Water's not an issue. We have cat fountains all around. And man, talk about living the high life. That was Priscilla's most favorite thing once she was able to get out and roam about. That's the mama. As soon as I let them out of the nursery and she could start exploring around, she discovered the fountains for water, and she loves those. Whoever adopts her is going to have a fountain, because I don't think she'll go back to drinking still water now. She really loves her fountain water. And I love those things, but man, I will tell you, they drive me crazy with the cleaning and upkeep on them. I've learned to really love stainless steel bowls. I learned, you know, that plastic is gross for any cat stuff because it just grows that pink slime real quick, like within just a couple of days if you don't clean proper. You can't just like refill a bowl over and over because it visually looks clean, because if you touch it, if it's plastic, it starts to grow that slippery, slimy, yeah, it's yucky. So I have fallen in love with stainless steel, and my fountains are stainless steel, but you cannot have a 100% stainless steel fountain system because the pumps for them are still plastic, unfortunately. So they say that you're supposed to clean them every day. I'm like, oh, how do you wake up every day and take apart all the cat fountains and clean them out proper, you know? I imagine. But I do have to do it every 2 or 3 days. I have to disassemble them and scrub them so they don't get slippery and icky yucky. And if you have a cat that has the chin, they call it chin acne. I wouldn't have necessarily called it that. I just know that's what it is. It kind of looks like they have like dirt on their chin. Gritty looking. Looks kind of grayish or blackish. That is from drinking. That's slime. That from plastic. So if you have a kitty cat that has that on its chin, switch them to stainless steel, and that will go away. Oh, boy. They are just having so much fun. They're so cute. I need to get like maybe on the next bit of fosters, I'll set up like a kitten cam and just run a live feed of the nursery. That would be kind of fun. I watched it. There's another channel that does that. It's like Furball Farm. Have you guys heard of Furball Farm? Their rescue, I'm like, it's so nice. Their rescue is really nice. I don't know what state they're located in, but they have really put a lot of time and attention into this cat rescue. And I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cats they have. It's a lot. But anyways, they've got this big indoor area, and then they have a ginormous, like, gosh, it must be 2,000 square feet catio. So like the indoor outdoor screen, but the cats, it's like they're outside, and it's so fun to watch how they put everything together and make use of all the space, and how they feed, and how they do their litter boxes, and their, sheltering areas, and all of that. It's just, they've really got it down. But they do have on their YouTube channel, they run a live feed all the time. They've got multiple cameras going through their whole little, rescue. And so you can see all the different areas and what's going on at any given time. But that is fun to watch. Now, obviously, we usually have, this is actually the most I've ever had at once. I've never had, when I had this one was 6, this mama was 6 kittens. She was my 7 fosters at one time was the most I'd ever have. And now it went to 8 because I found Hank and threw him in with the crew. But prior to that, I had a group of 5 kittens. I didn't have their mama. Their mama was a friendly stray that had the babies, and one of the ladies in my neighborhood was friendly with the mama. She would come up and she would let her pet her and stuff. And when that mama went into labor, she showed up at the lady's house, and the lady knew that this mama was fixing to have these babies. So she brought her in and let her have a room in her house, basically, for keeping those babies. And she had reached out to me and said, if I keep them for the first 6 to 8 weeks with the mama here, when we're done, can you help me get the mama fixed and I'll keep her? And then you could take these kittens and foster them. So I said yes. So that was 5 kittens, but no mama. And then I've only had one other mama. This is only my 2nd mama. I've had lots of kittens. Seldom do I get lucky enough to have a mama with them. But those kittens were big enough that they didn't need a mama, so that was fine. They were weaned and ready to go by the time they came to my house. Now, oh my. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Okay. Anyways, I did have my last set of fosters was a mama, And she had 4 babies, but I found her a 5th one that was abandoned at Sonic. So we always find an extra baby. I feel like every group of fosters I've had, I've ended up adding to the kittens, because the set before that, I had my neighbor brought 2 little half-dead newborn kittens up to me. 100 and something degrees outside, laying on the asphalt. That was terrible. I had them for the first week, and I got a knock on my door from another person that was mowing and doing yard work that had found another half alive kitten down the road. So I added that one to the group. So we often add kittens. We seldom ever just have one group of kittens, and that's the way it stays. We usually end up getting another one and having to quarantine and then introduce. But you know what's so fun about kittens? And so far, mamas, they don't care. They don't care one little bit. It's a lesson for us humans. Both of those mamas, when I brought those kittens to them and just gave them to them, they were like, oh yes, thank you, this is mine. No questions asked, just took it, cleaned it, nursed them. I mean, they don't care. They're just like, yep. And then the siblings are like, this is our new brother or sister. It's like, it's just the way it's always been. Nothing to see here. They're so cute like that. Oh. But yeah, I think we're gonna just take down the enclosure today. I just don't even see any reason to keep it up at this point. I mean, it is kind of nice right this second because 6 of the 7 are actually staying in it. I don't know. I might just build, I might take this, add the 3rd layer, and block off my hall. And then that way, I don't have to try to shut a bunch of doors. What I do. Always trying to come up with ways. It just makes my life easier to not have to be so. I'm a chronic, horrible, compulsive, awful anxiety warrior. I don't know if it's just, I think it's just a combination of a lot of things. But I do tend to worry about everything, and so there's this peace knowing that they're where they're supposed to be, and I know they're safe, and I don't have to worry that my resident cats are going to do anything to them, which, I mean, they've growled at them before, but I've never had anybody actually try to hurt. But it's just when you're asleep in the night, you know, it's hard to know what's going on. What are you doing, buddy? Send me. Can I have kisses from you? You're so fuzzy. Oh my goodness, you're so fuzzy. Oh, you get this precious to me. Oh, I love you so much. Look at him. Look at him, y'all. He's so pretty. He's such a pretty baby. He's such a pretty little baby guy. It's gonna get real fun around here, guys. We will not be able, I mean, y'all will be able. I am not gonna be able to. I already know this, but it does get real sweet when they, in my experience, the first bit out is hectic because everybody's everywhere and getting into everything, and it's difficult, you know, but once everybody gets settled in, which will probably be, you know, within a week. It doesn't take long. The cats are so smart and they acclimate to new things so quickly. Ooh, Sunny. Fat friend is taking a nap, and he probably would be real shook if you were to wake him up, because he is not accustomed to you being out and about, buddy. But once everybody gets acclimated and everything cools out, it is pretty I don't know, glorious. What is the correct word? It's so peaceful to sit down with your knitting and your hot tea or whatever you have, and you have 5 or 6 snoozing kittens all over this big chair. It's so precious. It's one of my favorite things. That is the one thing that makes me be so happy. And it always happens. You got a lot of work to get there. Oh, please don't knock over my whole basket of yarn. Yeah, we gotta take the pen down, and we've got to kitten proof. I've got to put up some of the stuff that I've got laying around. That's going down. Oh, it didn't. I thought he was knocking it down. I have a big basket full of my granny squares. I still need to sew my back panel together for my vest that I was making. So see, there's another project that's just almost done. And then it's got lots of little mini skeins, and so the whole basket, he kept jumping on it and it was going like that. I figured it was going over. Sonny, do you want back in with them? You miss your family? He's running up and down the playpen. I know, you did that. You escaped, and now you're trapped out and they're all in. How do you get back in, buddy? Can you jump back in like you jumped out 300 times in a row? And see, it's things like this that make me think, well, maybe I should just leave it up and they can jump in or out. But it does take up a good deal of real estate in my living room. I think you guys have probably seen footage prior. Oh, goodness. I feel so sleepy today. I already said that, didn't I? I just caught my cable. Wow. Pick up all these stitches that I just slipped right off. Yeehaw, where have you come from? Whee! That was a bunch. I caught my cable when I went to put my drink back and just slid through my needle out of all those stitches. If you ever do that, don't freak out, guys. They usually don't start coming undone unless you start pulling on your fabric. But that's why you gotta be careful with this project, because at this point, if I were to have tried to move it, I would have started running stitches because there's so much weight at this point. It's a lot. It's a lot of weight. And it will be really nice to get this finished because I'm so ready to have it. And I did bring out this one today because I was like, you know, I need it. I woke up and I was just chilly. And I knew, because I've had to turn the air conditioner down a little lower in the evenings because it's getting so hot already during the day that if you don't have it cooler, then you're not gonna, it's gonna get too hot and the AC won't be able to overcome or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. But, so I keep it a little cooler, and that way, I don't know, it feels like just overall the AC does not have to run as much. Like, it's not blowing right now because it was so cool when we woke up. So it's holding on to that coolness. That's the word. That's what we're talking about. Anyway, what are you doing, buddy? He's so excited. Are you so excited? He just looks so excited every time I look at him. He's like, I'm exploring everything and I love it. Sonny, are you Are you gonna get adopted soon? They're almost big enough to go get fixed. I need to weigh them all and see if it's time to get them on the list. They have to get up to 2 pounds. And then they can go on the list. And then it usually takes them a few weeks before they're called up to get fixed after getting on the list. Because as you can possibly imagine, maybe, there are so many kittens in the foster system. A lot and a lot. I'll share the little, I've got a couple of little videos I'll share with you guys. They're just hilarious that I've taken today of them and their shenanigans. They are just doing so many shenanigans. So, is anybody else working on a half and half? I know 2 other people. One has gotten very far behind and is not expecting to finish theirs. And then the other person, or not expecting to finish it by summer solstice, which is fine. No rule that said you had to do anything. But the other person, I don't know, they haven't checked in and stated. And no one else has told me anything, so let me know. Are you working on a half and half, and how's it going? Are you almost done? Am I the only one? See, that is the benefit of running a cow. Because if I was just participating, I probably would have set this aside long ago and moved on with life, and it would have taken me, 3 years or however long this one took me. I feel like I cast this on and 2021. I feel like I cast it on in 2021, and I know I cast it off. Well, I cast it off in 2024, but I did not sew the ends in and block it until 2025. Because when I cast it off, I was like, ugh, this is ugly. Because when you spend 3 years knitting on something, your tension changes significantly. And so when I first cast it off, it was all weirdly misshapen and the tension was all over the place. There was areas where the stitching was really tight, and there was areas where the stitching was very loose and gappy and gapey and ugly, and I just didn't like it, and I threw it in the drawer or the box or the tote or whatever I threw it in. And then I finally was like, let's block it and see if that does anything. And yeah, it does. It does everything. It takes something that's just kind of bleh and turns it into the most glorious, wonderful, bestest thing ever in the whole world. So don't not block your half and half, because it does everything. I was able to get the shape exactly how I wanted and get everything. I didn't even pin anything. I just laid it out and just kind of stretched it into the way that I wanted it. And the thing about the linen quill yarn, which is glorious, is, man, when you block it, it's heaven. It's heaven. If you don't like, some people I've heard people say, I don't like the way it feels. They don't like the linen. To me, it doesn't feel bad right now. at all. But it's not like butter. It's not like the softest stuff I've ever felt. But it feels good to me. But if you think you don't like linen, or you order some linen quill and you're like, oh, this isn't as soft as I would have liked it to be, maybe it feels a little toothy to you or something, I don't know. Block it. Just knit yourself up a little swatch and then block it and see. Number one, it blooms beautifully. So you're gonna get, if you think, oh, my tension doesn't look good, just block this. It blocks so good. I cannot tell you guys. Block it out and see what you think. And then I was so excited. I had reached out. I told you guys that I thought it would be nice to start doing some pattern and yarn reviews specifically for Purl Soho, because I am a Purl Soho fangirl. I love it. It's my favorite yarn. I haven't tried all of the yarns, obviously, but I love linen quill. Used lots of it. I dare say I've used, like, oh look, I'm gonna have to wind up a new skein yarn. I have used at this point like 50 colors, obviously, because there's 40 different colors right in this one project in my Joy of Color scarf, which is glorious. Look at my Joy of Color scarf. If you think this is interesting to you, look at my Joy of Color scarf. It is chef's kiss. It is the bestest thing that I've ever knit. And talk about a potato chip knit. Joy of Color is a free pattern on Purl Soho's website. Grab you a 40 count mini skein of linen quill. They have a little pack, and get your free copy of the Joy of Color scarf. You'll love it. You'll thank me, and you will thank me. You will thank me because it's the best thing ever. And if you actually wear it out of your house, you better be prepared. You're gonna be like a celebrity, because people are gonna be stopping you and chasing you down to tell you how much they love your scarf, and to touch it, and to ask you where did you get it, and so on and so forth. But anyways, so of course I love linen quill, and I've used many colors, and there's many more that I want to try. And then I also went on and ordered some of the good wool, and I've been working with that, and I love it. And good wool, I would have to say, is my favorite smelling yarn. I don't know why it smells different than this. It's like the wool wash that they use combined with this specific wool. It's glorious. It just smells sheepy, sweet and sheepy. I don't know. It's a good smell though. I love to smell it. But it feels good too. So a lot more yarns I want to try. But all of that to say, I have now gotten an affiliate link through Purl Soho. So if you guys want to try something, I always put the links for everything in my show notes in the description. So if I talk about a pattern, or I talk about yarns and all that, I always put a link to Purl Soho or whoever I'm talking about. So now the link in the that's Purl Soho will be an affiliate link. It doesn't make anything cost more for you guys, but if you do decide to purchase anything, as long as you go through my link, I will get a little commission, and that will help me to feed these cats. Help! You know, my plan was, when I first started all this long ago, I thought, oh, maybe I could eventually one day have enough views and stuff to maybe earn a little bit of money to help pay for my yarn. And all of those dreams have been dashed, because now I'm just like, Wouldn't it be really nice if I could just make enough to pay for some of this cat food? For all these little creatures that are everywhere. Oh my gosh, they're literally chasing each other from inside and outside. Do you want to get back in with your oh. He almost made it back in. Try again, buddy. Don't give up. He was so close. It's funny, he had no problem getting out. I'll tell you that right here now. Out was not the issue. He just was out every 5 seconds. It was totally driving me crazy. Now he's having a hard time getting back in though, and I don't know why, because he's got high up things that but the other kittens are acting like they're starting to get sleepy, so I think they're all going to get tired and take a nap. And I think he's kind of wishing he was in there with them. And since I'm out of yarn and I've got to go wind up another skein, I think I'm going to let you guys go. We've just about hit our hour mark. We'll be over the hour mark. Don't be rude, Luna. He's a baby. There's my little crotchety torty girl in the basket. She sensed his presence and started grumbling. She doesn't like anybody except for Rosie. Anyway, I'll put in the footage of the kittens. Oh, Mama. It's getting difficult over here with this. It's hard to nurse 7 kittens with 6 nipples. Oh, Miss Pris, you're doing a good job. Oh my. I hope that this wasn't too distracting of a video. If it was, like I said, it's going to get way worse, because here in the next day or two, I guarantee you we're going to have 6 kittens, 7 kittens. I forgot how many kittens there were. I was like, that's not right. We're going to have 7 kittens constantly in frame, crawling everywhere, distracting me, but being absolutely precious. So if you enjoy being distracted by absolutely precious stuff, stay tuned. You shall not be disappointed. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you coming and visiting me today, and I hope that you enjoyed our slow stitch hour. Bye. Kittens in the morning, being kittens. Oh, this is so fast. He looks like he's in fast forward all the time. He likes this toy too. Let's see. She's so fast. Hank, what are you doing? Oh, Sunny's Cher. Cher's very worried. She's got her hackle up. Somebody making a mess in there?